y'all, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sean. This is UCM Pigs Moto Vlogs, and today we're going to talk about tour packs. You know, the big box on the back of motorcycles, specifically touring motorcycles. Tour pack, trunk, boot, whatever you want to call it. But before we get started, let me remind you to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always on my channel, if you don't feel like typing words, just leave me an emoji. Let me know you were here. I'd greatly appreciate that. So tour packs. With the spring riding season, I mean, for some of us it's already started. For the rest of you, it's fastly approaching. You might be considering some options for your motorcycle. Now, specifically touring motorcycles. Man, we'll branch this off the Indians, but primarily Harley Davidson touring motorcycles. You know, street glides, road kings, but I guess Challengers and Chieftains and stuff like that would apply. Maybe even a Goldwing. So you might be thinking about some options to make touring on your motorcycle a little better, a little easier, a little more efficient. And I wanted to talk about tour packs because there's a lot of people out there with varying opinions on tour packs, and I just want to give you mine. So why do I ride a motorcycle with a tour pack? Well, we have to go back to where it all began. It was a crisp day back in January of 1972. Well, not that far back. So I had an 06 Road King at one time. I'll put a picture of it in here. It was a pretty sweet bike. And I started doing a lot more touring on it. Now, this bike came with a luggage rack and a backrest. My wife wasn't a big fan of the backrest. I used the luggage rack a couple times, but I quickly decided maybe I should give me a tour pack. But I didn't want to fork out a whole lot of money, so I found a tour pack on Amazon, very cheap plastic tour pack. It opened, you know, front to back instead of side to side. But it was a tour pack, and I used it occasionally. I already had the 4-post quick release set up on my bike because of the luggage rack, so it was a pretty inexpensive upgrade to the bike for traveling, and I really liked it. Now, this one was a little smaller than a standard King tour pack that you get on a Harley, but it allowed me to easily carry some stuff, gave me a luggage rack on top, and gave me a lot more options when it came to touring on the Road King. So, fast forward a little ways forward, and I was getting ready for my Sturgis trip in 2018, and for various reasons it was time to upgrade from that bike. So I started looking at touring bikes again, and I was actually looking just for a street glide. I was thinking a street glide, and maybe I would do a quick release tour pack on that, you know, a standard Harley King tour pack if I couldn't find one already. Because if I haven't, I know I've mentioned this before, but if you didn't know, I don't buy new Harley Davidsons. I always buy used ones, and a lot of times you can find a used one that's already set up, at least with a 4-post connection on the back, and sometimes with a quick release tour pack. So I stumbled across this 2014 Street Glide, and it did have a aftermarket, no, I think it was a Harley branded King tour pack on it with a quick release. And long story short, I got my hopes all up on it. I went and test rode it, very low mileage, but for whatever reason the dealer kind of messed up. And like I said, after the test ride and we started, you know, getting close to a price, hadn't really quite firmed it up. They had an advertised price, and I knew what I wanted to pay. I got back from a test ride, and the guy's like, yeah, I can't sell you that motorcycle. And I was pretty livid. There were some paperwork problems. I don't know what the whole story was, but the bottom line, I was ready to buy right then, and they could not sell me that motorcycle. So, sitting right next to it was Noella May here. And Noella May is a 2016 Ultra Classic. So, a couple years newer, about the same mileage, about 10,000 miles. And he said, but I could sell you that Ultra sitting right next to it. I said, yeah, that's a nice bike, but that's a 2018, and it's an Ultra, and it's going to come with a 2018 Ultra price. And we'd had some history, me and this dealer, not too pleasant. Basically, I got Noella May for the price of the Street Glide. I don't know if they bit the bullet, but they were willing to come down from their advertised price, and they basically sold it to me for the same price that I was thinking for the Street Glide. So I was pretty pleased with that. So as far as the tour pack, remember, I was looking for a quick release. I was thinking to myself, well, it doesn't have a quick release tour pack. It's an Ultra, it has a tour pack on it. I can do that later. I can get the kit and make this one a quick release. So fast forward until present, I still do not have a quick release, and this is why. I absolutely love my tour pack. It is so versatile. I use it every single day. Traveling, it makes things so much easier because I do have a luggage rack on it, so I'm able to put stuff in it, but there's just a few things that I really like about my tour pack. So let's talk about a couple of those. All right, so one of the things I absolutely love about having a tour pack is when I go to my favorite brewery and I don't feel like leaving my helmet on the bike, I can just store it away nice and secure. So that's one of the things I absolutely love about this tour pack. So that was my favorite thing of the tour pack, because like I said, every day, you know, I'm wearing a helmet and I don't want to lose it. But the other thing is, you know, I carry laptop bags, I, you know, often stop for groceries, and just having my normal, you know, like my vlogging gear and stuff like that, it's just so easy to put things in and out of my tour pack instead of reaching down to a saddlebag and trying to remember which saddlebag had what. So I really enjoy having the tour pack. It is just so easy to get things in and out of. Now, I understand there's an aesthetic part of it. Some people just don't like the look of a tour pack, and I get that. That's what was leading me toward a Street Glide originally. You know, I wasn't too sure about a tour pack on my bike all the time. But like I said, I've kind of gotten over that because of the versatility of it. There's been times, you know, I've rented motorcycles. Like, for example, last week when I was in Hawaii, I rented that Street Glide, and it didn't have a tour pack, so I was constantly looking for a place to put my helmet. I ended up having to carry it with me. I didn't have a helmet lock with me, and I'm sorry. I know there's discussions about, well, you're amongst bikers, you should be able to rest your helmet on your bike. You know, if you go to a clubhouse, you shouldn't have to lock your bike. Yeah, that's all well and good, but I'm gonna tell you right now, until other people start paying my bills and paying my insurance, I'm gonna lock my bike. It has locks for a reason, and I use them. I lock everything up. I've learned in my 51 years, there's about this many people I actually trust in this world. So that's just my take on it. So I really like the ability to be able to lock things up in that tour pack. So that's this week's video. It's kind of a short one. I had another video planned, but it kind of fell through. So I've always got a topic in my mind. So that's why I like to release videos weekly, once a week. So give me your thoughts on a tour pack. What are your plans? Are you looking for an option this year as far as your riding? Are you looking at maybe a new motorcycle, considering one with a tour pack, or adding a tour pack to your existing motorcycle? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what type you're looking at. Are you looking at a king size? Are you looking at a chopped or a razor? In my opinion, they're kind of useless. They look great, but you really can't fit much in them. I think if you're going to go for it, go for the king. You'll be happy in the end, I believe. So just let me know, what are your thoughts on it? What are your thoughts on tour packs in general? So that's it for this week. I hope you guys are having a great week. I hope you have a fantastic weekend coming up. I hope the weather is turning for you. I hope you're getting those bikes out and changing the oils and checking the tires and doing all the stuff to get ready to hit the road for the spring riding season. So until we talk again, you guys be careful. You guys be safe. Always keep your shiny side up. And we'll talk to you next time.